Yeah, there it is.
The English Channel. The English Channel, 1941. Across the silent strip of green-gray water in England, coastal towns were deserted, except for people. Despite the stringent blackout rules and the constant threat of invasion, the elderly gentlefolk of Bexhill-on-Sea still took their evening constitutionals.
It's quite windy on these cliffs.
What a nice summer evening. Typical English.
Yes, the rain is lovely and warm. I think I'll take one of my sou'westers off.
Oh, all right. Come, Henry. We'd better be getting home. I don't want to be caught on the beaches if there's an invasion. Ha!
Minnie, did you hear a gas oven door slam just then?
Oh, don't be silly, Henry. Who'd be walking around these cliffs with a gas oven?
Lady Darker.
Yes, but apart from the obvious ones, who'd want to? Ha! Help, Henry! I've been struck down from behind! Help!
Charles Manson, murder. Bernie Madoff, securities fraud.
Me, treason.
Wait, what?
The dreaded batter pudding hurler. Batter pudding hurler.
Can we just go back?
In this tale, Milligan puts a mirror to law enforcement to expose the often unnecessary resources devoted to the capture of small-time criminals.
The dreaded batter pudding hurler of Bexhill-on-Sea by Spike Milligan.
Also treason.
What?
Can I help you, sir?
Are you a policeman?
No! I'm a constable.
What's the difference?
They're spelt differently.
Oh!
What's happened to this dear old silver-bearded lady?
She was struck down from behind.
And not a moment too soon. Congratulations, sir.
I didn't do it.
Tell her! Now, tell me what's happened here.
It's to Dr. C. Strike a light.
Not allowed in. Blackout! We tried using a candle, but it wasn't very bright, and we daren't light it. So we waited for dawn. And there, in the light of the morning sun, we saw what had struck Miss Bannister. It was
Badger pudding!
That night I lay awake in my air-conditioned dustbin thinking, who on earth would want to strike another with a batter pudding? Obviously, it wouldn't happen again, so I went to sleep. Nothing much happened that night, except that I was struck with the batter pudding whip.
In the months to follow, 37 batter puddings were hurled at Miss Bannister.
What? Oh my!
A madman was at large. Scotland Yard was called in. Bring, bring, wheel, wheel, Inspector Seagoon. My name is Gritpipe Thin. Special investigations. This batter pudding hurler, he's made a fool of the police.
I disagree.
Oh?
We were fooled long before he ever came along.
Oh, you silly, twisted boy. Now, Seagoon, these batter puddings, they were obviously thrown by hand.
Not necessarily. Some people are pretty clever with their feet.
For instance,
Tom Cringnut.
Who's he?
He's a man.
Oh, good. Now, Seagoon, these batter puddings, they were all, identical?
All except the last one.
Oh?
Inside it, we found this.
An army boot! Sir, the dreaded hurler is a military man. Are there any troops in town?
The 56th Heavy Underwater Artillery.
Get over there and arrest the first man you see, wearing only one boot!
Right! Major Bloodknock, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to parade your men. I'm looking for a criminal.
You found your own! It took me years to get this many.
Nature! Pan! All right, boys and girls, rise and shine!
I'm sorry I had to wake you in the middle of the day. I'll make sure you get extra pay for it. Now, CD! Which is the man?
I walked among the ranks looking for the soldier wearing only one boot. But my luck was out. The entire regiment were barefooted.
We want our Betty boys.
Who are you?
Lance Private Eccles, sir, but most people call me by my nickname.
What's that?
Nick.
Oh, come on!
Out!
I inspected the man closely.
Ew.
He was the nearest thing I'd seen to a human being without actually being one. At last, by the light of a passing glue factory, I saw that Eccles was wearing only one boot.
Well, I only got the one.
Yes, but why are you wearing it on your head?
Well, that's where it fits.
Let me see that.
Out!
Size 19. What size head have you got?
Size 19.
Curse! The man's defense was perfect. Major Bloodknock, where is this man's other boot?
Stolen!
By who? A thief. Oh! Are you sure it wasn't a pickpocket?
Of course! Eccles never keeps his boots in his pocket.
Damn! They all had watertight alibi. But just to be sure, I left it in a fish tank overnight. Over the next several months, there was no sign of the dreaded Hurler. So finally, I walked the streets of Bexhill at night, disguised as a human man.
Pardon me, my friend.
I turned to see the speaker. He was a tall man wearing sensible feet and a head to match. Around his waist were tied several thousand cooking instruments. And behind him he pulled a gas stove which issued forth the smell of
Better pudding! Could I borrow a match? You see, my gas has gone out, and my batter pudding was just about to start browning.
Certainly. Here. No! Keep the whole box. I have another match at home.
Oh, Sir Rich! Well, thank you, monsieur. You've saved my batter pudding from getting cold. Wouldn't want to be struck down from behind with one of those.
Why, of course!
Goodbye!
Farewell! I watched the strange man as he pulled his stove away into the darkness. But I couldn't waste my time watching him. My job was to find the dreaded Hurler. Why, Henry, what are you doing here?
Minnie received a letter. It was postmarked Africa, and inside it we found a portion of batter pudding.
So, the Hurler's somewhere in Africa.
Right.
We've got him cornered. We take the very next troop convoy to Algiers.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
When we were 10 miles from Algiers, we heard a most dreaded cry.
Seymour ahead! Most dreadful, Seymour ahead!
Eccles, is the ship sinking?
Only below the sea.
Oh, help me get the ship into the lifeboat. We must save it.
It's no use. The ship won't fit in the lifeboat.
What a ghastly oversight by the designer.
Oh, dear.
We had no oars, but luckily we found 2 outboard motors. So we rowed with them. After 30 days, hunger came upon us.
Oh, if I don't eat soon, I'll die. And if I die, I won't eat soon. Is that the smell of batter pudding? Do my ears deceive me?
He was right. He did have smelly ears. There, in the other end of the lifeboat, was a gas stove. Could this be the end of our search?
Just a moment, I'm in the bar.
Don't move! This finger is loaded.
If you kill me, you'll never take me alive.
How will you prove it? Oh, that batter pudding in the corner of the oven is all the evidence we need.
So be it.
Heartbeat. Heartbeat.
Uh-oh.
We've got him.